dare the white man tell us, well, if you don't like it, go back to Africa. Hell, what are you talking about? Look at America. This is where we live. You think you got a future in this? Let's see. Let's see. The enemy has told us that if we get a good education, we'll get a job. And with that job, we'll be able to make money. And with that money, we'll be able to afford the good things of life. So some of us got that. Got a little money. Got a little Mercedes Benz. Nice home. But we're perishing. Because we are of the world that we're in. See, if you really knew Christ, you really knew the one that's bringing in a new world, your talk would be different. Your walk would be different. Your dress would be different. Your mind would be different. Because the book tells me, if you knew Christ, you would become a new creature. You can't be a whole Negro in Christ. You can't be filled with envy and jealousy and this pettiness that keeps us arguing and fighting with one another. You can't be of Christ, a Baptist over here, a Methodist over here, an Episcopalian, a Church of God in Christ, all of you divided. So Paul asked the question, is Christ divided? Well, why are you if he is not? My Muslim brothers may be saying at this time, wow, I thought Farrakhan was a Muslim. He sounds like a Christian. That's because you don't really know nothing about what a Muslim is.
Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Well, Louis Farrakhan uses the statement, we are not going back to Africa. He is trying to make a bold statement about identity, history, and belonging. He is not rejecting Africa. He is rejecting the idea that black people in the West don't belong where they are today. He's talking about slavery. He's talking about oppression. He's talking about the black people being used as slaves and not getting paid. He's talking about the black people making America great. He's trying to explain that black people made America to be where it is today. Yet, they are asked to go back to Africa. That's why he says the black people are not going back to Africa. So make sure you listen to this video till the end, then we are going to have a good discussion.
Now look, if you've been here 400 years, if your leaders are trying to integrate you into America, you know that's not Moses. If your leaders are trying to help you to become Americanized, it ain't got nothing to do with Moses or Jesus. If your leaders are promising you that this is the paradise for you because you have 500 or so mayors, few governors, and even a black president. Come on, tell the truth. See, all of this is made to sell you away from your destiny. Now, I'm proud of Brother Barack. I love my brother. But he chose the wrong time in history to be Pharaoh. I'm going there today. He was selected before he was elected. And the people that selected him knew he was one of the most brilliant among us. He had the right looks, the right color, the right lineage, white and black. I think he wouldn't be the Jesse Jackson type or the Al Sharpton type. In other words, he ain't gonna push for what Jesse pushed for or Sharpton pushed for. He'll be the American president. So you shouldn't look to him to bring you what we can only bring to ourselves with leadership that got both hands in your hands. I'm not against Barack Obama, but I know the time. And I know the wicked forces that are now disappointed in him. See, can I talk real straight? I was going to do it anyway. See, the forces that surround him are not friends. Brother Barack is a constitutional lawyer, brilliant. He came to power at a time when America was in a great economic crisis. Come on, come on. He just followed on the heels of probably the worst president in the history, George W. Bush. George W., a war criminal. Now imagine them talking about Gaddafi killing his own people. Let me introduce you to a killer of his own people. How did you end up in Iraq? In Afghanistan? Because a lie was told that that man over there had weapons of mass destruction that he would give to some terrorists, and they were going to come over here. So the stupid Zionist controlled Congress. See, now what I say, I think the brother was talking about, you listen to a man's talk, it don't mean you accept it. But hell, if he's telling the truth, this is a college, isn't it? Are you taught critical thinking? Well, then apply it. And if you apply it to me, apply it to him, apply it to everybody that stand up in front of you, because the world is being deceived by an arch deceiver. All right, I'm almost where I want to be. Are you tired? Oh, this man is a hater. Oh, don't be stupid. You're too intelligent to be stupid. If I were a hater, you could put me in the dustbin of history and leave me there. But what I'm telling you today, you will face it tomorrow and today. I want you to reason with me, and then I want you to study what I'm saying. Have you noticed that the Republicans and the Democrats can't agree on nothing? Except when it comes to Israel And Netanyahu can come over here. You see the leader of the Republican, the leader of the Democrat standing together with Netanyahu. Is that a strange picture? That you can't agree on the welfare of the American people, but you can agree on what is in the best interest of Israel? Talk back to me. Now, I'd like to draw this to a close. Elijah Muhammad, following on the heels of the Honorable Marcus Garvey. Marcus Garvey knew that our future was not here. Our future was in a land that would be our own. God promised the children of Israel a land of their own. Now, since the earth is the Lord's, well, he can give it, some of it to you, if that's what he desires. Do you think you can build an economic future without land? Come on. Some of you from the deep south, at the turn of the century, our ancestors had millions of acres of land in the south. Today, we hardly have anything left. So through schemes, tax schemes, legal maneuvers, and our hatred for being sharecroppers and getting out of the South and want nothing to do with farming ever again, we let the land go. So they got it now. And here we are learning how to eat better food, but with no land of our own to produce it. Learning about economic development, but not having land as the basis of all economic development. I was on the radio last night with my dear brother Askia Muhammad, and Askia asked me a question. He said, many of our black intellectuals are upset because they want to know why you're putting out a book called The Secret Relationship Between Blacks and Jews that is harming a relationship between us and our allies. No, that's a good question. I don't know whether you ever read The Prince by Machiavelli. I read it years and years and years ago. But Machiavelli said you have to be careful of who you want to coalesce and become allies with. Because if you're not careful and you unite from a position of weakness, then the strength of that which you're allied with will take you over. Now listen to this. I said, listen to me now, please. There is no black millionaire or billionaire who has achieved that wealth without the help of some members of the Jewish community. That's real. There would be no Jay-Z. There would be no Russell Simmons. None of our black entrepreneurs that have become successful could be that without pointing to a Jewish friend. All of our talented people In the 40s and the 50s, they had Jewish manager. When they crossed over, they had Jewish agents, Jewish accountants, Jewish record companies. They died broke with nothing to pass on to their children but their accountants, their agents, the record executives could give their children the best education to keep on building their companies at your and my and our expense. Have you turned on your TV lately and saw the goodies but the oldies, or the oldies but the goodies of all your great performers? How did Time Warner get ownership of everything produced by black people? And when you want to look at what happened in the 70s and the 80s and the 90s, your favorite artists, you send your money to Time Warner. The black people that made those records, they may get a little bit, but the bulk of it goes to members of the Jewish community. They're strong. They're powerful. They're wise. The Honorable Elijah Muhammad said, study the white man. He is successful. They work together in a collective manner. You should do the same. Now let's wait now. Wait. Let's talk about our allies. Did you know that when the NAACP was created over 100 years ago, the founding fathers of it were mainly Jewish, with E.B. Du Bois and Ralph Bunche and a few others? Did you know that for at least 40 years or more, 50 years, maybe 60 or 70 years, there never was a black president? All the blacks that stood in front of you and me were executive secretaries. Roy Wilkins was the last, I think, great executive secretary. But after that, we had black presidents. See, as Jewish people realized you awakening, and it was really Malcolm X who pointed out that they were the author of the civil rights movement. They were the author of CORE and SNCC and SCLC. We black folk wanted to see our people free. We wasn't talking integration. We were talking liberty. But when their money got in, they started directing it. See? So we sat in, we crawled in, we waded in, we laid in, we prayed in, we died in, and finally a civil rights law was passed. I want to show you this enemy. While Martin Luther King was sitting in the Oval Office with Lyndon Baines Johnson signing, or watching him sign the legislation, in another part of the government, they were planning his assassination. Martin Luther King was more than I have a dream. Martin Luther King was evolving into a great thinker and leader that we were robbed of. They hated him, but now they can give you thoroughfares. See, they kill your man, then call him, this is Martin Luther King Boulevard. That's very nice. But you would be better with the white man's name on it if you had Martin Luther King's brilliant evolutionary thinking. Now watch this. Watch now. Watch. Martin Luther King, according to what Harry Belafonte told me, near the end of his time among us, may God be pleased with him, and I'm sure he is. Martin was with his inner circle, and they were very joyous, but Dr. King was very sad. And Harry Belafonte went over to him and said, he said, Martin, why are you so melancholy? And according to Harry Belafonte, Dr. King said, I fear that I'm integrating my people into a burning house. Now wait. He was hoping that maybe we could put the fire out. You could if it were not started by God. But if the house that is on fire, the fire was ignited by God, then there's nothing any of us can do to put that fire out. Now, it's not a literal fire, but here's the way the fire starts. After 400 years, what will you do when you come? I'm going to raise them up a prophet from among their brethren, like unto Moses. And I'm going to put my words in his mouth, and he will speak unto them all that I shall command him. I want you to listen to me. See? Look at Jesus. When you read the Gospels, see, you're reading Jesus giving parables. That's the Jesus of yesterday. But the Jesus that is the actual Messiah, when they asked him, he said, whatsoever the Father bids me to say, that I say. And whatever the Father bids me to do, that I do. If you look in the Quran, the prophet of the Quran is given words to say. And when they say that, you say. See, it's Muhammad that fulfills. Oh, yeah. Wait, I ain't got there yet. Muhammad of 1400 years ago was also a sign of the man like Moses. The Muhammad that comes at the end of the world. Muhammad is Jesus, and Jesus is Muhammad. Now I'm going to prove it. Now you don't have to study. You're going to have to study. Jesus of 2,000 years ago was hated by the Jews of that day. Can I get a witness? Yeah. And your Jesus is hated by them too. Listen, just listen. Just listen. Moses had an impediment of speech, so he was coming before God in a state of weakness, asking God, well, I can't go before Pharaoh because I got a problem with speech. Could you give me my brother Aaron? God said, okay, but who made your mouth? Don't worry about how you speak. I made your mouth. But I'm giving you Aaron, but I'm giving it to him to you for another purpose, not out of your weakness, thinking you need him, but out of my love for you and the people. I'm giving you a person that you will be to him as a God, and he will be to you as your prophet to the people. Now look, you either gonna fulfill it, or the Bible and the Quran don't mean nothing. It's not a book for yesterday. It's a book that's being fulfilled right in front of your face. All right, here we go. Here we go. The Quran in the 20th surah says it a little different. Moses is praying for a helper. And he says, "Oh Allah, grant me a helper, an aider from my family, that and remove the knot from my tongue, that they may understand my words and expand for me my breast." See? If you notice, Jesus in the beginning, it was a very narrow assignment. Go ye not in the way of the Samaritans, but go ye to the lost sheep of the house of Israel. This is why I'm in trouble today, because the house of Israel is what you're living in. It represents the entire white race, and you are their children, the children of Israel. Now let's prove it. Whose name do you wear? Is it your father's name or white folks' name? Johnson, Jones, Smith, Brown, Green, Crow, Buzzard, Flea, Fly. See, the white man was named after the creatures of God. You are from God and should wear the names of God. But you got your slave master's name. Who made you a Christian? No. Let's look at it. For 300 years, the Bible was locked against black people. And any one of us that was taught to read would be beaten or killed. Oh, I'm sorry, baby. I meant to wake up your parents. I'm almost where I want to go. Just be patient with me a few more minutes. Dear family, listen. We are like their children, and they treat us like that. You have to beg them for everything you want, like a child asking his parent. Massa, you got a job for me, Massa? Massa, will you let me in your neighborhood, Massa? Will you let me in your school, Massa? See, like little children, and they treat you like that. Well, wait a minute. The president ain't like no little child. Stop it. I'm going to show you what they think about you. Here's the president of the United States, he makes a statement about people losing their homes and whatnot, gambling. And then his plane stops in Las Vegas. And the little Jewish mayor wouldn't even come out to greet him. How you gonna greet a nigger president? Yes, I use the word because that's the way they think. You're nothing to them. Nothing to them. Don King, the great boxing impresario, sat at my table, said he met with the executives of Time Warner, and they told him, you are a flea, and we are an elephant, and we will crush you. You see many fights now that Don is producing. Look at your giants. Now I want to talk to you, man. You're going to be the future leaders, but you can't be no punk and lead our people. You got to be a real man or get the hell out the way. Go along to get along, Negro. Afraid to speak up. Afraid to stand up for people that are dying in the street because their leaders are liars and thieves and robbers. That's why Jesus said, all that came before me were thieves and robbers. Suck the life out of you and give you nothing in return. Yeah, I'm talking about it. Our poor people are suffering because our leaders, our children, who just want a place close to their former slave masters and their children. I'm the first black to be over Merrill Lynch. I'm the first black to be over this. I'm the first. Why don't you be the first black to walk into a free, independent nation under the guidance of God? Why don't you think about building a real nation for yourself and your people? Now I can conclude. Some of you so happy that I'm concluding. But let me tell you, that's why they don't want me in your college. Because you're going to have to think differently now. The brother said we got to change. But change into what? Look, Pharaoh was rich. And the children of Israel were enamored by the wealth of Pharaoh. So Moses prayed that God would destroy the wealth of Pharaoh so that his people wouldn't look to Pharaoh but look to God, Moses, Aaron, and themselves. Oh boy. Now our brother becomes president. After George Bush killed tens of thousands of Iraqis shock and awe on the basis of a lie. You talking about killing your own people? Sending our soldiers, young, black, brown, and white, to die in Iraq on the basis of a lie. Well, Osama bin Laden was in Afghanistan. Yes, he was. Yes, he was. And after 9/11, George W. Bush, a few days after it happened, it was these Muslims that did it. Have you really studied what happened? Do you think these little people that learned how to fly a little bit could fly a plane and drop it so many feet at 500 miles an hour and drive it into the World Trade Center, that it was organized by a man in some cave over there? You a damn fool. And you allowed this enemy to deceive you while this was to their political advantage. Well, I'm speaking like this because I may never get back. The forces are very angry with me, and I understand it. He brings around him all the Wall Street crowd from Goldman Sachs. See, you socializing, you boogieing, you partying. I know you. You focus a little on your studies, but a lot on the girl you studying. And the open knee rather than the open book. Reefer smoking and acting a fool. We know you. That's why your brothers and sisters say, we gotta change. This is a serious world out there that you're gonna face. In leaving you, let me tell you what you're gonna face. These Wall Street helpers of Obama asked him to take out a stimulus package. Well, he's not an economist. He trusted them. Nearly $1 trillion he borrows. Did you get anything? Did small businesses get any loans from the banks? Did the people whose houses are in foreclosure get any help? Did the infrastructure get rebuilt? Oh. What happened to George Bush's stimulus package of nearly $800 billion? You don't even know where that went. Nobody's saying nothing. Nobody asking. But all of a sudden, our brother is the guilty party for putting America in debt. See, if you don't study, you cannot defend him. If you don't study, you can't help him. America went into debt starting in 1913. She was only $1 billion in debt in 1913, and in less than 100 years, she's $56 trillion in debt. How did that happen? Did Brother Barack do that? In 1913, some bankers, Jewish and Gentile, met on Jekyll Island off the coast of Georgia. And they developed what would later become the Federal Reserve Act, which was passed in Congress December the 26th, 1913. And after that, a group of bankers began to control the monetary service of this nation. Oh, they're right around the corner, and where they print the money, and right next door is the Holocaust Museum. Some of you silly ones wonder why. You say, Farrakhan, why are you doing this? You're making it hard for all of us. No. If you don't know Satan, you can't get free from him. Did I say something? See, the book of Thessalonians puts it nice. That day shall not come except there be a falling away first, and the man of sin be revealed. Not the spirit of sin, the man of sin. Sin is transgression of the law. And they're not really Jews. No. They've hijacked Judaism. Those that I'm talking about. This is the synagogue of Satan that you will read about in Revelation 2:9 and 3:9. Go ahead and study. They print your money. Used to be a time when we could go to the bank and pull out a $50 bill. I happen to have one. Mr. Grant's face is on it. But it says Federal Reserve note. But when I was a young boy, it used to be called a silver certificate. That you could take it to the bank, this is paper, and get in return real money. Silver. Take it to the bank now. See, that you're being tricked every day. Bring your dollars or your old gold, and we will give you paper. Soon you'll be wiping your backside with paper because real money don't exist. America is broke. She's broke. Now the Tea Party got in. I'm happy because the Tea Party is not a part of the old crowd. The Tea Party is forcing these Republicans to be strict fiscal conservatives. Plus, they're not under the control of the Zionists. So once they get in and see, revolution is inside the house. Now, you will not have a job. Your latest figures are 15.5% unemployment. Yours is not going down. Yours is going up. So when you come out of here, if you think that your study of psychology will get you a job, they're even laying off engineers and architects. But you have to be engineers, architects, scientists, because you're being called upon to build with Christ a new world. And you are the stone that the builders have rejected. That is now God calling you to become the headstone of the corner. And the scripture said, this is the Lord's doing, and it is marvelous in our sight. Now, dear brothers and sisters, God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whosoever believed in him would not perish, but have everlasting life. I wouldn't waste time trying to get you to hate people. Hate is silly, but it's useful. You know, God don't love everybody. He killed a lot of people. You agree? Why did I say hate is useful? Because when we learn the secret of the identity of our oppressor, we were filled with anger and hate. What? These people tricked us like that? When the hate built up in us, Elijah Muhammad directed it. Look at that reefer you're smoking. Look at what he made you. Look at that alcohol. Look at you being a pimp. Look at you gambling. Look at you hustling. Look at the way you're acting. Hate got in. And overnight, we cast off heroin. I've seen this with my eyes. A brother come to the mosque, hear the teaching, and that night, he kicked heroin cold turkey. Look, you can do anything you want to do if you have a strong enough will to do it. We've got to kick the bad habits and get into the habit of learning. Now, see, they call me anti-Semitic. Isn't that something? I've never harmed one Jewish person in my life, and I don't advocate nothing like that. But I can tell you what anti-black is. Now, because they kept calling me anti-Semitic, the scholars in the Nation of Islam got together, did the research, and came up with 2 books. Secret Relationship Part 1, Secret Relationship Part 2. And what was it about? It was about defending me from the false charge of anti-Semitism. In this book, you find all the people that they call anti-Semites. W.E.B. Du Bois was one. Marcus Garvey was one. Malcolm was one. Martin, oh yeah, they call Martin that. They call Mandela that. They call Bishop Tutu that. Yes, 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 yes. Anybody that criticizes them is all of a sudden a hater. See, the truth is, when you can't stand criticism, something wrong there. When any criticism, look at Helen Thomas. You know the old lady that was the head of the White House press corps? And somebody asked her about Israel, and she said, well, the Jews need to leave Palestine and go back to Europe, to Germany, to Poland, to all those countries where they come from. The next day, she was gone. So much for freedom of speech. And if you remember Rick Sanchez, CNN, all he said was, Jews control the media. I mean, the poor man couldn't even get back to the station. He was through. You can't tell the truth on them because the truth illuminates that they have taken your country. How could a population so small have so much power and influence? 3 Jews on the Supreme Court. Ain't but 9. How all this happened? And here you are, got your little positions, and if you're not careful, you lose them. You're fighting for tenure and all those kind of things. But if you talk too bold, tenure's out the window. So I'm making these books available only to the student leaders that are here for free.
Welcome back. When Louis Farrakhan uses this bold statement that black Americans are not going back to Africa, he's trying to say that black Americans helped build the West. Farrakhan often reminds that the foundation of America and Europe were built through the labor, struggle, blood, and genius of black people. Therefore, black people are not guests in West. They are co-owners of America. He's trying to say that we helped create this place. We earned our presence here. That's why he says the black people are not going back to Africa. He's trying to say that no one has the right to push black people out. Farrakhan words oppose any idea, political or societal, that suggests black people should return to Africa as a solution to racism or social tension. He says that black Americans will not be forced out, relocated, or treated like outsiders because Africa is the origin of most of the black people. He's trying to say that this Africa is the origin of most black people, but America is also a home for them. He's not denying the African roots. Instead, he's acknowledging reality. Black people are born in the West. They live in the West. Their history and culture exist there too. So living will mean abandoning centuries of progress, struggle, and identity. Yet, they made America great. That's why he insists that every black person is a co-owner of America, and that's why he should not be pushed away from America to go back to Africa. He's trying to explain that this is a message of self-worth and ownership, which is trying to say that the black people, that is we, belong here. We paid our price here by doing slavery for free. We are not living what we built. It's a statement of strength, but not separation from Africa, but refusal to be displaced from the West, where they are co-owners. He says that you cannot remove or displace black people. Talking directly to the Western governments, institutions, and those in the authority, that black people will not be pushed out of the societies they helped build. They are not temporal. They are permanent. Because black presence is not negotiable. Black people are not outsiders. They are part of the nation. He's trying to put this into the mind of the West. He rejects any worldview that treats black people as a second-class citizens. He's demanding recognition of their historical contribution and rightful place in the West. That's why he uses the words "we belong here." We have earned our place, and we are not leaving America for Africa. Though Africa is still our home. Though America is still our home. He says that the time of silence and submission is over. He's warning that the era where black voices could be ignored or suppressed is ending. Black people are more aware, more organized, more vocal, and more confident in their identity and rights. That's why he says he can't be quiet for the black people. We can't be moved. We have our word because we tried, we made, we worked to build this America. And that's why we can't be silent. We can't be forced out of America. Yes, Africa is an heritage, for black people, but not exile. Is making it known that Africa is not a place black people should be sent back to as a solution. It is ancestry, not a strategy of removing them from the power, progress, or influence in the West. He puts statements like, our roots are African, but our lives are here too. He's trying to make sure the West people understand this, so that they make sure the black people also own America, they build. Louis Farrakhan says that Western powers must acknowledge and respect black citizenship. He insists that by refusing the idea of being sent back, Farrakhan is demanding equal treatment, justice and recognition. No system, government or ideology can erase centuries of black contribution. He insists that they must respect the black people's presence because they are not leaving anytime. This man of God, Minister Louis Farrakhan, is always telling the Western powers that black people are done being pushed aside. Their place is in the West. This place is permanent because they earned it, and it's non-negotiable. This message Louis Farrakhan sending to both the government of the West and the black people is very vital to these black people, because it is a moment of emotional recognition. For centuries, that black communities in the West face slavery, segregation, discrimination, and systems built to exclude them that easily carved pain into generation. But it also produced strength, resilience, and culture. It matters to them because their ancestors were taken from Africa by force. They built economies and societies with unpaid labor. They ensured centuries without the right to speak, vote, or be equal. They created music, language, art, agriculture, and leadership in the West. Yet, they are being forced to be out of America. And also this message is very, very, very vital to the white people in America, because politically, socially, and economically, they need to understand what this statement represents. Farrakhan's message is not a threat, it's a reality check. It reminds the West that black communities are not going away, not vanishing, not returning to a continent they were taken from against their will. For the white listeners, this message can open space for understanding history, not as a blame, but as a recognition. This message from Louis Farrakhan challenges all beliefs that black people don't belong in America. It pushes society to accept equality, but not just tolerate it. And also it invites honest conversation about race, power, and history in the American soil. It moves people away from fear and towards understanding. This message Louis Farrakhan delivering about black Americans not getting back to Africa, it matters to the entire world. It touches something global. It questions the question of belonging, the question of identity and home. It forces societies to confront the past while shaping a better future. If black people know where they belong, and white people understand why, the nations can have unity. They can get away from tensions, from blames, from divisions. Because society grows strong, not when one group dominates, but when every group is recognized. So on this message, we emphasize Louis Farrakhan is a minister sent to tell the white people that blacks matter living in America. Because every minute, every hour, they worked in America. They were trying to create wealth. But mostly, you find that these black people are in poverty while the white people are in wealth. Yet this wealth was created by the black people with free labor. And it comes a time when these government, these ministers are trying to push away the black people to get back to Africa, where they took them to bring them where they are being used as slaves. And that's why Louis Farrakhan comes in fighting for every black person. He tells them they should understand that they co-own America. They helped build America. They used every minute of theirs to make America the way it is right now. And this message is not sending only to these black people, but to the entire world, to understand that chasing away the black people from America to Africa is ending unity, is bringing back slavery, is bringing back oppression, and is creating racism. And on his ministries, he's just trying to ensure that these people are in unity. They are trying to end racism. They are trying to treat each other as one race, because he teaches on his teaching that in this world there is only one race, that is human race. So chasing the black people from America to Africa is not good at all and ends the unity which he's been trying to create all these decades as a minister. So I hope you understand what Louis Farrakhan teaches. If you are a Western, if you're a black person, because it's not a threat, it's a message for unity for both these white people and black people. Thank you so much for watching this video. Thank you so much for liking this video, and sure you subscribe on this YouTube channel and also share this video. Let's meet on the next one.